clever lyrics. Feel my spirit from your head to your speakers. Know where I'm headed, but riches. If you ain't with it, then good riddance. Popping and locking, I'll never be stopping. I'm jogging and never be breaking. That's sweat. I'm a jaw dropper.
We are Prodigy Agency. We represent and support the best esports players in the world. With our family spirit, we provide everything you need during difficult moments or epic ones. We work on every aspect of your journey, planning and managing your career to find the best teams toward one goal: victory. We negotiate your contracts and transfers. We find sponsors and commercial opportunities. We help you grow your own brand, cultivate your image, and developing your merch, social media, and content. We take care of your health and performances. And everything we do it for you. Your success is our goal. Prodigy Agency, players first. We are Prodigy Agency. We represent and support the best esports players in the world. With our family spirit, we provide everything you need during difficult moments or epic ones. We work on every aspect of your journey, planning and managing your career to find the best teams toward one goal: victory. We negotiate your contracts and transfers. We find sponsors and commercial opportunities. We help you grow your own brand, cultivate your image, and developing your merch, social media, and content. We take care of your health and performances. And everything we do it for you. Your success is our goal. Prodigy Agency, players first.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Prodigies for yet another best of one blowout within the ESEA Advanced Division. My name is Tutors, and alongside myself, I've got no one else but Ruben. Mate, it is such an absolute pleasure to be able to share the mic with you this evening for the first time. I hope you're just excited as I am. How are you doing, mate?
Yeah, definitely doing good. Got in here last minute, but I'm always excited for some good quality ESEA games.
Yeah, definitely so.
Yeah, we're speed running because the game is almost starting already. Let's have a look at the matchup today.
Yeah,
lineup.
So, this particular matchup is going to be against the Dripmen. Eventually, when we actually head into the lobby, we'll be able to see exactly what kind of players are on the side of Dripmen. And there is a little bit of UKCS royalty on that side over there. But either way, lineup is as per usual. No substitutions coming on through Shield, FNK, SBT, Quartz, and Keen are going to be having their first outing on Anubis of the season.
Yeah, I just had a look at the match history for this season, and both teams have not played this map yet. So it's no demo watching, complete mystery to how they perform here.
Yeah, it is absolutely, well, it is just considered uncharted territory. And also for me at the very least, as I personally haven't yet to actually cast Anubis at any certain point since it entered the competitive pool. So this is going to be really, really exciting. I have played it just a wee bit here and there on matchmaking. So I'm just about as clueless as the rest of these players going into this matchup as well. But it is sure going to be really, really, really fun. Either way, though, we have the Prodigy starting off the pistol round on the CT side. Dripmen on the offense right over here. And yeah, let's just get right into Anubis. First time for everything.
Yep, we see a smoke, we see a flashbang, everyone else on armor. Fighting in the water here.
FNK inches away, tapping away. Extinct did get a little bit of a skosh right there. Plop down all the way to 67 HP, and FNK is going to continue dueling this. It's messy, but he eventually draws first blood onto Extinct.
And now he's got a line of sight down the middle here of the map, splitting the T's apart. Ooh, they do make their way into the A-bomb side here.
Okay, SPT, first point of contact, is going to fall off a little bit as iFan does get that bomb stuck, immediately throwing us into a post plant. Response needs to come on through as SPT does gather a little bit more information, and Tadpole digs himself even deeper into that CT line.
Yeah, they got a crossfire setup, 1-for-1 trade though. Crossfire falls apart, but the T's are pushing. iFan here with the Glock double kill, instantly gets traded. But Just here is there to finish it off.
Yeah, that play coming out from iFan right there to just throw caution to the wind and immediately take the fight right to the Prodigies, get right up in their faces, make it really, really uncomfortable. You saw just how slow that the response actually was. I think FNK was also in the middle of sticking a reload, and it just didn't work out altogether, despite the fact that the ex-IGL of Prodigies initially drew first blood at the start of the round. They weren't able to clutch it up, so Dripmen take the first round 1-0 up.
Yeah, that's a very quick heads-up reaction to play off that reload. You know, you can hear the reload, of course, and he makes full use of that.
So we do have a force spy coming on through from the Prodigies, and the Dripmen, they're just going to slowly, well, garner their way down Tetris over towards that curved portion. Tadpole! Well, the MAC-10 does sing a sweet song of death. iFan is going to join in on the fun as well. Shield with the tag from the scout, but doesn't have that exact same one-shot, one-kill policy as the AWP, so the Dripmen are going to get away with a very free bomb plan in round number 2.
Yeah, they'll try to find some exits here, save their armor, save their guns, see if they can do some more damage next round. But this is going to be 2-0 for the Dripmen. Good start from them. I don't know how exactly how CT-sided or T-sided this is supposed to be. Ooh, nice little headshot from Shield there, the AWPer from the Prodigies. Might find a gun here, and another one from Quartz.
Okay.
Decent damage.
Suddenly we're starting to actually see some good returns over here. Galil has been salvaged. That's now in the hands of Quartz. FNK is still scrounging around to find some kind of weapon for himself, but either way...
Also finds a Galil.
Yeah, he does eventually get away with the Galil as well. Good spot right there. So, all things considered, I think this would be a pretty huge W right there for the Prodigies, given their investment into that second round.
Yeah, Galil is basically, stats-wise, an M4A4. So they've just gotten 2 guns and a scout in their hands, which in the hands of these players, we see Quartz and Shield and FNK pull off some crazy plays already this season. So they can definitely not be underestimated, even against 3 AKs.
Yeah, and speaking of performances this recent season, FNK, who historically hasn't been your top fragger, teabagger, and top shagger, was able to drop a whopping 27 kills in last night's matchup on Nuke as well. So he's going to try and replicate that performance, but it won't happen in this round. Off to a horrible start as he is the first to fall at the hands of the MP9 in Extinct's hands.
Yeah, one of the Galils going down. Ooh, another kill for Extinct. Finding him through the smoke. Picks up the Galil. Gets a third as well.
Wow.
Finally gets shut down by Quartz.
Yeah,
What can they do in this 2v4?
Stuff. That is heroic stuff coming out from Extinct right there. Just putting the Prodigies right in their place. Quartz does have an answer, though. And that is Frazer taken out of commission, but the B bomb site has been completely compromised right here. Ifen once again getting the bomb plan down in rapid time. Shield and Quartz, specifically Quartz on minimal HP. He's on the opposite side of the map. He has almost no interest in challenging this whatsoever.
Yeah, Shield holding the long angle there with the scout, trying to see if anyone would peek into him. But he's going to back off as well, save his armor. He's going to pick up that Galil. A little bit of a weapon upgrade. It is good for the overall economy, so they should be able to activate an AWP here next round, probably.
I think so. Once the overlay comes back up, we'll know exactly how the ship's floating for the time being. That's not really what you want to see. Shield gets taken down right at the 11th hour, so the Dripmen, not only do they get away with a hat trick of rounds, but they get away with 1 extra exit on top of that. So realistically speaking, yeah, we can definitely see an investment coming on through from the AWP, but it might be relatively naked with no armor to go with. Either way, quick highlight over on Extinct's play right there, just easily making the round for Dripmen, one that was sorely needed. But now we move into the first buy round for the Prodigies.
We've got a double AWP coming out.
Huh, okay. I can't remember the last time that I actually saw the Prodigies even run a double AWP setup. This has the potential to just either pay off or completely bite them in the back. Shield activates not once but twice for Big Green, and he claims both Tadpole and Ifen right there. So this BX sec that the Dripmen were trying to pull off on the short term just doesn't work out. Shield through the debris narrowly finds Frazer as well, but this has crumbled fast for the Dripmen. They are locked out.
Yeah, the initial flashes were good. They flashed Shield off the angle, but the support was there from the M4. And then gives him enough time to reset. He picks up 2 quick kills with the AWP. And then all hope is lost for the Dripmen. Or at least it's a 4v2. Gonna be very difficult.
What do you realistically do? Ooh. That's a good flick. Good attempt from Frazer as well. He managed to chip off quite a bit of damage off of Shield's HP pool, but reactions are far too quick on the AWP. And now Extinct, man on a mission. Nothing to be accomplished, though. Quartz will eventually claim the final frag, and the Prodigies, they get themselves that first round right here, keeping the Dripmen in check.
And they keep both AWPs alive as well. I don't even know if the Dripmen know they have a second AWP.
I don't think they do.
Yeah, that may be an interesting little small piece of information that they don't have.
Because Keen, he didn't fire off his op a single time, I think, during that round. I certainly didn't see his name in the kill feed, so you might be right. The Dripmen might be completely oblivious to this double op setup, but as I say that, well,
Not
here it
oblivious
is.
anymore.
Not in the slightest. Keen gets it off to an electric start right there. SBT flashed on in, absolutely sublime from him. Then Ivan is trying to correct the situation down through that middle portion, narrowly dancing with the devil as the op tags him down to 26.
Very good team play there. Quick little flash. Good re-aggression. Gets them a kill. He gets away cleanly as well. FNK pushing back in. Are they going to expect this? Oh, he doesn't catch Ivan off guard. He is ready. He's alert.
You welcomed FNK with open arms right here, so this is still a salvageable situation for the Dripmen, but they're going to have to work extra hard, especially after Ivan and Tadpole were tagged down to minimal HP. Yeah, it's a bit funny how we actually saw more warning shots come from the AWP this round than actual kills. Only the one bagged by Keen so far, but Shield might be in store for another. He's fairly aggressive over towards this long end. Tadpole is on the opposite end. And they want to brute force their way through mid. That HE is going to find a little bit of damage. SBT as well. Ooh, Shield missed shot, and Tadpole's going to punish him.
Yeah, the hold just completely falls apart. Its position was not really covered by his teammate. Tadpole now picks up the op. But Keen is quicker on the trigger.
Counter snipe from Keen right there, and he's going to progress further. They know one player is on minimal HP, so that HE gets the job done. Ivan, blown to smithereens as it's down to Fraze as he finds one onto Quartz as well. AWP versus the AK, a missed shot from both players. Keen should be dead, but he's able to keep this stuck for a little bit longer. Kit in play, and he might be able to get away with daylight robbery if Fraze doesn't make a move. No! This is not what you want to see if you're a fan of the Dripmen and the Prodigies. They managed to get themselves a second round when they had no business taking it away.
Pros don't fake. I love diffuses like that. Just eyes in the veins, hold E, make him call your bluff. He doesn't, and and it doesn't turn out to be a bluff.
Nope.
Prodigies take that round back, but it was looking very dangerous.
I'm not exactly sure if Fraze actually ran out of ammo in that 1v1 engagement, because at a certain point, Keen goes for a drop down to where the bomb was planted, and it was Fraze who actually dipped back into cover for some unknown reason. It's already like blanking on me if he had to stick the reload or not, but that was a mistake right over there, because when you have someone drop from that height, you're basically a clay pigeon, and you should be the freest kill on earth. Realistically speaking, that should have been a 4th round right there for Dripmen, but no,
yeah, he
not on this timeline.
He definitely had a small timing window where he could just shoot him without the danger of being shot by that op with the inaccuracy, but he did not take it.
Missed opportunity, and that is going to cost the Dripmen not necessarily just that one round in particular, but it's costed them keeping their economy afloat. As you can see right now, we've only got one hero AK to work with, and that is surrounded by 3 Deegs and a Tech 9, as everyone is floating at around 2.3-ish K on average. So obviously we might see a minimal util investment come out in this round, but even then that would surprise me given the fact that their loss bonus is just starting to pick up pace and they really want to reinvest into AKs in the next round.
Yeah, 2.4K on the loss bonus, so they should have a decent buy in the next round. But of course, players at this level should never be underestimated when they have a deagle. So we'll see if they can do some damage and how the Prodigies respond to these pistols.
Keen is taking up a very aggressive position over towards that bridge side, and he's actually been caught out by Ivan. His booty just got smacked all the way down to 25, but it is Quartz to still find the entry onto Tadpole. Shield, he don't miss. Frazer now in a 6-foot grave.
Yeah, quick little point about the little alley. The shadows can give you away there. I don't think it mattered at that door because of the shadow of the wall, but if you're not careful, if you're standing in the wrong position, your shadow will give away your position, just like your barrel can in this corner.
Yeah, Speak of the devil, SBT knew exactly what to expect right there, and so did Shield right there. Decapitates Extinct with the big green and FNK. Well, think twice about salvaging that deagle. He can do it post-round as well. He finally gets the frag onto Jostier. So that is the Prodigies tying up the scoreline at 3 apiece so far. But it was to be expected. With that, well, anti-eco at the end of the day. Now, with the Dripmen finally putting this round in the rearview mirror, they can get back to what potentially might be winning ways, as they are going to once again just buffer up that armory. Full AKs to be passed around.
Yeah. Prodigies had a very clean round, 5 players alive, so they've got enough money saved up to rebuy if they lose. But of course, they want to keep their winning streak up. Ooh, close, Keen.
Oh, and SBT's right there to bail him out as well. Not once, but twice. Extinct and Jostier wiped off the face of Anubis right there, and suddenly this entire mid pressure just collapses for the Dripmen. Let's go ahead and listen into the Prodigies, see what they have to say.
Clear.
Where is this?
Mid clear.
I have it.
You found it?
Yeah.
Close right.
Yeah, you clear left? Like deep?
No.
If I see B main, try to smoke B main.
Nothing
Don't-
close. It's okay.
You can play.
Inside.
One con.
I leave mid. Can
I
take
have
mid?
mid. I have.
I'll take B
One,
main.
we are inside con. 2
Okay,
con.
smoke B main. Smoke B main.
Don't have.
Okay, wait, I flash. Molly con.
There's a smoke.
I'm picking B main. Or con, I mean.
Yeah, try
Hold
to
to
hold
be.
your B main.
Yeah, it's fine. We gap mid now.
Don't
I
see
have
con.
it.
Okay, oh, you have? Okay.
Con looks clear.
They went back
Con
then.
looks clear.
Can I
I'm fucking
regress
main.
con then? I will regress con.
Mid,
I blocked him,
grenade. They dropped grenade.
Con,
on
bomb.
mid. Okay, maybe hit the same.
I'm
Get B
pushing
main.
it.
Get
And
B
one
main.
mid.
Made one.
Can we
Maybe
get
maybe
con for you?
There's no camera.
Bomb is con.
Dead camera.
I clear con for you, nothing con.
They can go
Holding
temple.
stairs.
Can go temple.
Nothing
watch your
stairs,
temple.
shit,
I
it's
watch
okay.
your temple. Watch B main for me.
Yeah, I watch.
I'm watching bridge.
Sure, yeah. He can come from this
Just
point here.
shooting. Just shooting. I expect him to be in camera smoke.
Sebas, hold one side for
I
yourself.
shoot at nothing.
Yeah, I just... Nice. Last is up. Last is up. Maybe saving up.
And
Is
for
there
me,
an
it's in
AK? One
mid.
more AK? Or
No,
no?
not here.
Okay,
Good job,
that's fine.
guys.
If they watch demo, they know Sep.
Double op setup once again paying off for the Prodigies. And, you know, looking back on how this season has progressed so far, it's still a little bit perplexing to me that we're seeing 2 sniper rifles, because it's something that, you know, after speaking to a lot of the players on the side of Prodigy, they've usually been heavily against it. But, yeah, that shot from Shield right there is just absolutely ridiculous. Up close and personal. And Big Green sings a sweet song of death. Keen, down over towards mid, is suspicious of a boost, but the Dripmen, yeah. Not exactly.
They boosted there last time when they had the deagle, so now he's just hard scoping it. They're not gonna jump into it. I do want to say, after listening to the comps, they had a really good idea of where the T's were at all times, basically, until that last player was saving. But they knew they were in the connector bit. They knew they could be up to mid to a certain degree, but they knew they couldn't pass, so they had very good map awareness there. They knew where they were coming from. And they hit the shots when needed.
Yeah, let's see if Shield can make it count for 2 times. Iphon does respond with a nice little dig onto Quartz as well. Flashbang tossed on through, but at the wrong moment. An ill-advised swing coming on through from Tadpole as SBT. He punches in a secondary frag. Now, the bomb recovered by Iphon, but is going to be ripped from his cold dead hands. Once again, Keen shuts him down, and SBT, credited with the final kill as well, is going to place the Prodigies in a rather firm lead as they pick up 5 rounds in a row.
Yeah, he gets full flash there, but holds the spray down, finds the head. Good control there, good awareness. A little bit of luck, of course, but very important double kill. Keen is there to back it up and keep 2 ops up, and they take the lead 5-3.
It really just goes to show, sometimes, even when you might not be having the best day on the Prodigies, you've always got SBT as the backbone of almost every single one of these holds, and he's usually there to just bail you out whenever you make a mistake. But look at this from Quartz. He spots out a little bit of tomfoolery towards Tetris, but no, he can't even get away with just 1 frag. It's gone horribly wrong as Extinct doubles down and shuts down Keen.
Yeah, very good flash there from Dripmen. Completely flashes Squirts, catches him off guard. Ooh, Extinct down to 7 off of that HE. It's all on SBT. We talked about his holds. Can he do it against 4 people?
Yeah, his abilities will surely now be tested. No gap in the smoke for him to work with. He'll have to go off of audio alone. And Extinct, yeah, he smells blood in the water. And Shield, he is nothing more than a little bit of mackerel just swimming around. Potentially even might want to go for the
Are we getting
knife
a
kill
knife?
right here. Yeah, we
Shield.
are. You wanted to see it, and Extinct delivered. Shield is going to be kicking himself after that one. To
Sword
say the very
versus
damn
Shield.
least.
Sword comes out on top. SVT now on his own against 5 Ts. It's just going to be a save.
Yeah. Realistically speaking, he could get away with 2 exits because Extinct and Iphon are just on such low HP, but they're not going to be pushing this because Dripmen obviously know their economy is fairly fragile. They need to have a little bit more of a, you know, a little bit more of an insurance policy in the bank. And they're not going to be going for too many exits, but the Prodigies, they are still in a relatively safe place to buy right here. But in terms of round count, that gap that was once at 2 rounds is now all the way back down to 1. So the Dripmen, they are looking in the prime position to tie things up yet again. It's been very competitive the opening 9 rounds.
Oh, why are they doing Shield dirty like that? Ending with a double replay.
I love production sometimes.
Yeah, shout out to Furmax and his crew. It's always a pleasure to working with them. And speaking of our production, we're going to be listening in on the Prodigies yet again.
All John's foot.
I'm fucking in main.
Mid. Beast, ace push.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm on camera. I'm on
I'm
camera.
with you.
Flashing main. Flash
Pushing.
main.
It's one.
Not,
Boom.
not committed.
Can you flash inside main? Or
Yeah. Flashing in the smoke.
Where he try to molly?
Nothing
Mid,
main.
Camera.
Nothing.
They flash
Heavy
camera.
main.
Camera.
One enemy.
Water one.
Watch jungle behind.
Fighting.
On you.
On camera.
Watch
Camera
jungle.
dead up.
Don't see him,
Nice.
water.
He was holding
5v2.
temple. He was holding temple.
Nothing water, he left.
Kirby. I'm
Yeah.
clearing mid now.
Going back.
Moricon.
I'm clearing con.
Flashing main.
I watch
In
your
con,
con,
in con, I think I saw
I
someone.
watch con, I watch con.
Mid looks clear.
Main, right side main. Dead, right side
Main
main.
last. Left.
Left side,
Take
left
him
side
shield.
already.
Holding.
Nice.
Nice.
Take it, yeah. Nice.
Ooh, triple kill from Shield there. Up close and personal with the op there at the start. Good frags, good quick scopes. And takes the Prodigies to round number 6. Extending the lead back out to 2.
Is there seriously anything that this man Keen cannot do, though? It's absolutely ridiculous sometimes. He IGLs, he gets himself a couple of frags as well. Shield keeping it neat and tidy from within the bomb site on top of that with FNK, also picking up the last couple of kills. But yeah, brilliant stuff coming out from Shield. Really goes to show exactly just why this man picks up the mantle of the AWP so consistently. Fraze is going to start applying pressure towards his connector side. They're once again going for this boost the Dripmen. This time, Extinct... he has something else on his mind. He wants to get aggressive.
Not gonna find anything quite yet. This is a very important round for the T economy. If they lose this, they're back onto pistols. The Prodigies might be able to start building up a bank yet again. So this could be a swing round. We'll see if they can use an op on their own. They've seen how Shield does it. Can they counter it?
Frazer, yeah, 2 kills so far over the course of 10 rounds is not the stat line that you really want to see. And Keen is going to start getting a lot of heat. Can't even get out of the kitchen anymore. He's been, well, dropped straight into boiling water as Quartz is trying to rectify the situation from inside of the site. Tadpole on minimal HP, he gets dinked into oblivion, and Quartz is still holding on for dear life. In this 1 versus 4, he has no idea what kind of armada is just going his way. Extinct will finally shut him down in the Dripmen. They keep their economy afloat yet again, but that has basically been the tale for this entire first half so far. They are barely getting away with it by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah, the round turned on his head so quickly. Just slap, and 4 Prodigy players were dead out of nowhere. Just suddenly found the entries. Extinct, good kill on mid there. Pushes through, finds Quartz. 6-5 now. Can Dripmen equalize, or will the Prodigies yet again expand their lead?
In the last round, we haven't exactly seen that dual op setup, but it's once again going to make a return right here as Keen is taking up that secondary sniper. Much more reserved approach, and if you pay attention to the minimap, there is absolutely no A presence whatsoever. Just now, SBT might be toying with the idea of rotating back, but there's a heavy stack over towards mid. They want to meet this aggression right at the forefront, the Prodigies.
Yeah, both players are just completely ignoring A so far. Extinct on his own, no players near him to trade if the Prodigies go very aggressive. It looks like they're setting up for a B hit. Will the Prodigies read this flash coming in?
Oh. Ooh, that was a little bit rough, and Extinct narrowly got away, but SBT is going to claim him instead. Shield, good with the AWP for
FNK,
getting
I
an
like
extra
this
kill.
sneaky position.
Oh. Is he going to wait in the smoke to dissipate, or no? The flash comes on through, he pushes, but somebody on the side of Dripmen was stood anti-flash and ready to, well, take him up in his arms. 5 versus 3, and Keen is going to get...
Trades there. Falling down from the bridge. Shield with the op, spotting him. Deadpool might be trapped in the corner.
They know
Not
exactly
quite
where
finding
he
him.
is.
Yeah.
Easy pickup right there for Shield and the Prodigies. They're going to lock in a 7th round on top of that.
I do like that aggressive play from FNK there. It didn't work out, but he fired his gun when the first guy came to the site. So they knew where he was, so he tried to do something to mix it up. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, he could have potentially gotten away with just 1 kill, and then the trade would have come on through. This was very, very messy over towards mid from both teams as well. That overall engagement, it just didn't exactly pan out as either side would have potentially hoped. Fraser, is he ready for it? Spots out the shoulder, and Quartz actually double dips, and he's going to pay the price for doing so.
Yeah, not sure if he was aware that these could have an op. Doesn't quite nail his peak the way he'd want. And yeah, Fraser ready for it. Spotted the shoulder. Ready for the quick peek. I will say, if you look on the other side of the map, the CTs have taken a lot of B control. They have a lot of info. So they will be shifting towards mid and A.
This is really good because Keen is actually over towards that that B long side as well with the AWP, and he can just stare down into the nothingness, and they know it's fully vacant. The A hit is coming on through. That's a lovely collateral by Shield as well. Puts Ifen down to 14 HP as SBT cracks in for another.
SBT has a nade. Could find an easy kill here.
So does FNK with the A1S. He's going to keep it neat and tidy from within the bomb site. Finds 2 on top of that. Fraser does get away with a refrag, but his days are just numbered as Shield. The Grim Reaper himself comes to, well, dig him back into a 6-foot grave on top of that. So the Prodigies, they hit 8, effectively winning out the half altogether. But with 2 rounds still left over before the side swap, the Prodigies, they're aiming for double digits.
Yeah, they can definitely see this going to double digits. They keep the double up alive. Dripmen again on Tech 9s and Deagles. Looking like a quick B play.
Are they ready for it? I don't know if they're ready for it. Doesn't seem as if they're all too ready for it. Quartz is going to be taking down Shield with a missed shot. He's going to get pressured upon by that Tech 9, and SBT is going to have to come and try to bail them out for what is potentially the 3rd time this match, but he doesn't succeed. He gets slapped, and so does the rest of the side of the Prodigies. They go down, and the Dripmen get away with a 6.
Ooh, Ifad just popping off there, finds a gun, and the Prodigies all just being a little bit sloppy. They're just not quite nailing the shots on that. The M4 spray not coming through, the off shot whiffed, and suddenly those Tech 9s are in your face, and suddenly they're doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, at that certain point when a Tech 9 has its barrel literally right in between your eyes, there is nothing you can do but just accept your fates. FNK takes a boatload of opening damage. Its shield, though, to drop extinct, placing us in a 5v4. Man advantage confirmed for the Prodigies, but the question is, can they hold on to it? Can SBT hold on to this B-bomb site or this A site with nothing but a deagle? Keen is going to walk into the flames and he is going to lose his life. Ivan now taking it to the stars as he assumes control of heaven. Uh-oh, that's a mistake.
God with a smoke in his hand. SBT with another one. 3v2. Bomb has been planted though.
3v2 seems very doable for the Prodigies right here. They have the weapon advantage, and now they've gotten rid of the AWP that was holding off the long end. SBT, in perfect synchronicity, also takes down Josteer. So the Prodigies, well, they made good on the mistakes that they committed in the previous round, going down in the anti-eco, and they get away with the 9th round right here, moving into halftime.
Yeah, they really did not have a lot of guns going in their favor at the start of this round. SBT there catches the T with a smoke in his hand. Just great timing on his part. And definitely makes good use of the AK. Instantly turns around on his head once again.
Yeah.
And ends the Prodigies on 9-6 ahead. Going into the second half, I think they're going to be decently happy with this, especially considering they lost the pistol. So definitely a solid round.
Exactly, and now it does alleviate a little bit of the pressure that you might have been feeling on your chest. So right now what's important is for them to be able to get themselves this pistol right here on the T side and potentially try to get a little bit more success than the Dripmen did on their particular outing. Either way, we are going to cut to a short little commercial break, but when we return, we'll see if the Prodigies can get themselves an extra couple of points right here in this next ESEA playday. Stay tuned and we'll be back in a few.
I be loading up, they wanna package this. Pray for peace, pacifist, I'm never old enough to give a push to this.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Prodigies. Current scoreline on the newest map of Anubis, 9-6 after a pretty sound CT side, and now we're going to be swapping things over, paying attention to the T side, and see if the Prodigies can effectively close this out within the next 7 rounds. But obviously, it all starts off with the pistol. Plenty of opportunities, plenty of options for them to work with.
Yeah, Anubis is definitely a map where you can gather up and suddenly hit a site with a ball of Glocks, a ball of death. So we'll see what the Prodigies have in store for us strategy-wise. I am curious if we see the Dripmen with the double op as well, because we haven't really seen the Prodigies do that a lot on other maps, the double op.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure if that's the meta, but yeah, I'm curious to see what the Dripmen have in store for us on CT as well. If you look at the Prodigies here on screen, they're calm, ice in the veins, they're ready for this game.
Yeah. Basically just another day in the office for these lads right over here.
Yeah, they're currently 5-4 in with a lot of close losses, so I'm sure I think they can definitely still climb a lot higher in the ranks.
Yeah. And it would be quite the feat right over here. First time playing on Anubis and also getting yourself a W. It's exactly the kind of result that you would want to see. Flashbangs tossed on through, and the collapse is going to come on through. Dual Berettas aren't able to find contact, but Justeer with the USP narrowly gets away with a third, but suddenly nothing but dinks and gushes for the Prodigies as it's all down to Tadpole. On the opposite end of that smoke, he has the element of surprise, but he's been read into by Shield, and he's going to quickly clean him up.
Great B play from the Prodigies there, and the dual Berettas not strong enough to stop them. I do like seeing those come out, but Not effective in this case. Prodigy's too strong. They hit their Glock shots. Good trades, good angles to cover each other. And yeah, make quick work of this pistol round. And that's the start they need. Now 10-6, and if they get the following rounds against this force buy from the Dripmen, they're looking to be in a very good spot to close off this game.
We also do see a Swag 7 come on through from Extinct, and I am very curious as to where he's going to be floating. Over towards this long market side as Quartz draws first blood onto Tadpole, so that's one less deagle that they have to worry about.
Yeah, will Extinct find someone close quarters? Oh,
Razer does, though. SBT retorts, and Quartz is going to double down on that man advantage. So that gets rid of the Mag 7 that posed absolutely no threat over towards that A-Long. So it's all down to Josteer and Ifen right here, and they're kind of isolated together over towards B. And FNK is going to ensure, well, I was going to say ensure that they stay put, but Ifen has other plans.
yeah, good turnaround, finds the headshot. They should be able to save a gun here. I want to ask you something. Is there a gun you think is underused? Like we see the Swag 7, we see the dualies come out. You think there's a gun we should see more in CS?
That is a brilliant question. Does the Zeus constitute as a gun?
Yes, I'd say it does.
Then that's my answer right there. We need a little bit more Tazy action.
Yeah, like B-Apps Inferno, you know, it's positions like that, just close quarters around the corner with the one shot.
Yeah. You can also do the same thing in like so many corners of this map as well. Just like tuck yourself in over towards Connector, over towards the B-Long entry at the very, very bottom of the temple. There's so many different places you can just Zeus it up if you really want to.
Personally, I'm a big fan of the PP Bison. Like, it might sound weird, but I think if you win the pistol round and you know the other team is going to be ecoing, I think a Bison is actually the best SMG to buy. Because after it's been buffed like a year ago, it actually does normal SMG damage.
Yeah.
I think that's also an underrated gun.
You're not entirely wrong, and on top of that, it's got like 14 more rounds than the P90, which almost costs like twice as much, by the way.
Yeah, you ever get
What's up with
down
that?
with a Bison? No problem. It's like you have a mini Negev in your hand.
It's ridiculous sometimes. That's also a ridiculous response coming on through from Ifen. He does get tapped down all the way to 47, and he's the only unhealthy person on the Dripman side. Everyone else still rocking Deagles and EUSP, but it's the Mac 10 with a nice little drive-by coming on through from Shield right there. Picks up Fraser and just liberates that entire A-bomb site.
Yeah, they did good there on B. The Dripman fading that pistol play route. Have the Galil there to trade. But it's not enough to swing this round in their favor. Ian is there with the double kill with the Galil, and now it's all on Ivan. He got the opening kill here, but can he do any more?
Probably not. No, he's gonna, well, hold this corner for dear life. He's got to save not only the Galil, the weapon is not only super duper valuable right here, but the 1,000 also spent into the Kevlar and helmet. That's what you're really worried about. And yeah, well, helmets at the very least, they don't save you from 7.62 rounds chambered into that AK.
Definitely not. Now the Prodigies, round number 19, 12-6 ahead, double the score of the Dripmen. Now this is one of the turning points of this match. Will the Dripmen get back into it with this gun round? Only a single op. And the Prodigies, yeah, just they also brought the op out on Shield, so we'll see where they go on D side with this.
Now it's over towards mid, and they seem very stern to claim control of this middle portion, or at the very least, try to flush out any of those pesky CTs. Currently, it's only Tadpole who's over towards camera, and he's just kind of chilling. Molotov comes on through to block his entry, so they know for a fact that they've got Tadpole stranded on a little bit of an island, and they're going to try to burn him alive, or at the very least force a little bit of displacement. He does head back down into A, and that's full mid-control established for the Prodigies.
They do still have 2 players on A, but the Prodigies have divided the CTs. But can they conquer Tadpole here, holding it down from CT? Doesn't find the timing. Quirch and his teammate have already passed. Are they aware of this? Yeah, they are. Ivan is ready for these 2 players pushing in.
Yeah, he's perched up and ready for at least the one. He gets an entry onto Quartz, but can't secure a second. Keen gets away with a very nice refrag, and that is going to compromise this B bomb site. So the Dripmen now have got a mountain to climb, and Tadpole is leading the charge. He gets away with one, but Shield is going to just put him right in his place yet again with Big Green. Extinct now looking to join in on the fun with the A1S in the 2v3. Smoke dissipates, catches a little bit of, well, FNK's body to work with Shield. Whoa. And FNK right there are going to close it off before it gets a little bit too worse. The Prodigies, they just continue to snowball their way through Anubis.
Yeah, just a very good mid-control push there. They get the timing. Keen, good trade there. They definitely heard the player in CT drop as well. You saw them straight through the smoke a little bit. That didn't turn into an issue. And then very nice shot there at the end. Just dart out of the flames. Find the headshot instantly and blows out the round. Prodigy's now on 13.
Find themselves 2 away from sitting on map point and 3 away from a nice little W in this best of 1. And the Dripmen are once again relegated to using nothing but deagles. This is starting to get very worrisome for the CTs.
Yeah, only deagles, not even all 5 on armor. Ivan though, he still finds a head of Quartz. Shield with the flames, finds one. Quartz reloading in a dangerous place. FNK is there for support though. Double kill from him, spots the third player as well. He's stuck in a corner. All on extinct, while the rest of his teammates are extinct. Definitely had to throw at least one dumb joke about his name in there.
Hell, if it wasn't you that was going to whip it out, then I probably would have at a certain point later on. Within the next couple of rounds. Is it just... Why haven't we seen a bomb plant yet? I wonder. Where is the bomb?
I do have 40 seconds on the clock, so just... I don't mind this. They're taking it slow, make sure he's not hiding in any of the corners, so they don't lose any people unnecessarily.
It was just a little bit perplexing. Like, they had control of the bomb site for 20 seconds and no bomb plant coming out through. I was scratching my head a little bit there, but now we can finally start to fast forward a little bit through the remainder of this round. And Extinct, still full HP, and he's got not a whole lot to live for, realistically speaking. Does get a nice little shoulder shot onto Shield. Yeah, but Extinct aside from that...
Ducking the alt bullet like Neo in the Matrix. Can't dodge the second one, though.
Nope. Not happening.
14 rounds now for the Prodigies. 6 rounds. Or 5 rounds straight on T side.
This is really, really worrisome if you are a Dripmen fan, because if you're unable to get even a little bit of success on the CT side before it's too late, then it's just going to be a really, really rough one to process. But as we speculated, it has finally been confirmed. Well, a double up setup is now being flashed by this Dripmen roster. But can they actually put it to work and make it as successful as it worked out for the Prodigies? That is another question that hopefully we might get an answer to.
Yeah, this might be the change up they need. Just hit the Prodigies with something unexpected from 2 different angles and let the shots do the talking. Prodigy's taking it slow, taking some A control. And we're going to be listening in on how the Prodigies deal with this double op setup.
Plus 5 seconds, we will fake B.
Okay, you flash me in the main after we throw the smokes.
I'm holding
They're
mid
blocking
push
mid.
now.
I flashed con.
Pillar
Con.
up.
They
Keep
blocked
block
con. They blocked con.
Just try on left first, you can.
Yeah.
Yes,
TNT.
just sit AFK, we end on 30 seconds.
Up still, pillar.
It's close peeking. I think it's close peeking, no?
Can't
It's okay.
pick on me.
I pick on you.
Yeah.
I think they will push B soon when they have no nades.
I'm ready. Let's fake it, Mika. Do the smoke.
Side up, he went back.
One
He's
con
still.
holding from
One
side
still.
now.
Okay.
I ready to flash.
Wait.
Flashing one close
Flash.
and one over. Flashing close. Holding over, call.
Pillar. Flash.
Flash.
I will be able
And
to
I
flash B.
Something
Couple
big.
flash.
Close
Couple
left.
flash.
Go.
Flash.
Upside.
Boom.
Side.
Let's push him. Come right. Go right.
And
Take
come back.
side window.
Default.
Tight
Very
still.
That. Low
One
HP.
HP.
Dead.
That's nice.
Take
Wait
one.
for it.
I
Two
take
mid,
heaven
two mid
fast.
from camera. Too fast from camera. 10 seconds. Two there.
I'm planting.
Brick.
Outstairs.
Oh,
Outstairs. On the left.
I had better position.
And the Dripmen finally get around on CT. The double op setup working out. They clutch the hold there on the A bomb side. The Prodigies running out of time. They did a good job to stop the Prodigies in their tracks before they could set up the B fake. And that just took so much time off the clock. They just got into trouble.
Yeah. Now the Dripmen, they need to play flawless Counter-Strike in order to bring this one back. At least for the next 7 rounds to tie things up. Because the moment that the Prodigies hit 15, then the Dripmen's backs will truly be against the wall.
Yeah, the Prodigies still had enough money to spare to fully buy up into this round. It will be in a little bit of trouble if they lose the next, but slowly taking control right now into the B side. FNK found a timing here. Good headshot.
Super sneaky, and Jossier wasn't expecting it. A flashbang primes him for yet another swing. And Ivan, while he was primed and ready for that one, he just couldn't combat it. FNK is going to exert and assume even more control. It's all free real estate at this point. Extinct's been locked out as well on the opposite end, blindly spraying on through, narrowly finds contact, but it's Quartz to reclaim mid all to himself, and Extinct is going to whip out the pistol to try to maybe deal with a very low HP Quartz. 5, yeah, there you go. Easy pick up with the USP.
Gets away with a kill there, but I'm not a huge fan of this. Like, you have to double up. I don't think it's worth risking to do any type of damage, because if this happens, you're in such a much worse situation compared to getting an exit kill. Like, I really don't think the hunting is worth there.
But at that point, or at this point, I should say, it's all completely irrelevant, because the Prodigies, in just a couple of minutes, the moment that that bomb goes boom, they will sit on 15 rounds in total, meaning that the only thing that separates them from getting a couple of extra points and locking in a 7th win is just 5 kills. 5 kills versus very, very weak-looking CTs. A couple of rifles will have to be tossed around, but this is about as good as it's going to get.
That's interesting. 2 ops with 3 FAMASs for support. The last Hail Mary for the Dripmen.
Minimal util as well. This is not looking pretty in the slightest, so a lot of responsibility now falls onto the shoulders of Extinct and Fraser with those 2 ops, and the first one fails.
Quartz with 2 as well. Very good nade there on the opera, just completely reads him, bounces a nade off his helmet, and finishes him off with a spray. A lot of control taken here just by one player. Spots a turret as well. Can he go for more? Pushes Extinct back into camera.
Extinct has got his back turned, and he's instead going to crawl his way all the way towards that heaven portion. Keen forced out of connector due to the flames, and Ivan will have to, well, potentially just turn back in a hot second right here, because if he doesn't, then he's going to go down. But FNK wants to get a little bit aggressive. Who's going to pull the trigger first? It is Keen. He gets away with 1. Ivan gets that trade, but it's all ifs, buts, and maybes for the Dripmen as they go down 16-7 for their first showing on Anubis.
Very convincing showing there from the Prodigies. Almost a flawless T-side, just dropping 1 round there. And yeah, nothing to complain about. The first time we see the Prodigies on Anubis, and after a performance like this, I hope we get to see more of it.
Yeah, definitely so. And obviously, this particular T-side performance, just as you mentioned, has been almost entirely flawless, with the one exception of that singular round. I think it was the 6th round of the second half, potentially even the 7th round of the second half. But it was just an absolute masterclass showing on the offensive side, and I would honestly love to see much more of it. So I do hope we get to see a little bit more Anubis come out at later stages throughout the season, and not just the, you know, constant Inferno and Nuke that we've been accustomed to so far. It's been really, really good to get this little bit of map variety, and I'm glad that they actually can, you know, walk the walk and talk the talk on Anubis as well.
Yeah, definitely good for a good sign for the playoffs as well. A bigger map pool, Anubis, a map maybe not every team is comfortable on. So having that in your pocket as a bit of a trump card can definitely play its dividends in the playoffs when they get there.
Yeah, definitely. So, just having an overall bigger map variety and an overall bigger map pool, it is nothing but a massive boon, and they have definitely, well, they have definitely proved to us that they have got the goods right here on Anubis. We're going to quickly throw it over to a little bit of an interview, as we do have Keen joining us, so we can go ahead and pick his brain for a little bit following that 16-7 victory on Anubis. Keen, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. Congratulations. How do you feel after that particular victory? It was your first time playing on Anubis. Did you expect it to go so well?
Hi, what's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Yes,
yeah,
we can hear you.
just fine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's not like it's our first time on ESA playing it, but like different tournaments we played on this map, and we
Mm-hmm.
showed like really promising results. So we were like extremely confident we'll win.
Very nice, very nice. The CT was a bit back and forth. How do you feel about the CT half?
I feel like our CD half was actually a lot better than usual. The thing is, it's like a really decided map. Like, generally speaking, we at like against our level teams, we get like 13 to 14 rounds, and if somebody like really messes up, that's when like we like lose
Mm-hmm.
rounds. But that's like at most 4, right? So generally speaking, it's like a really decided map. At least that's how I feel. And since we lost the pistol, which is also like a mistake from a player,
Yeah.
but since we lost the pistol, we and didn't win any force by rounds, and we still got like what 7 or 8 rounds. I
9-6.
9-6. So
Yeah.
wait,
Yeah,
we got
9-6.
9
So
rounds.
still really good. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's considered like super good. Like I at no point am I like scared on T side there. Like especially if we've been like D pistol, like we're not gonna give up any rounds. Like if we give up any rounds, it's like kind of a fail on our part. Like we're super confident.
It's fair enough, and you guys totally showed and exerted nothing but confidence. The one thing that I do really want to touch on right now, specifically over towards that CT half, is the double op setup, because at the very least here on the channel, we've obviously been casting you guys over the last, well, basically for frickin' ever on all kinds of maps, and at the very least, I've never once seen you guys actually rock a double op setup, not on Nuke, not on Inferno, and definitely not that one time that you actually played Mirage at the very, very start of the season. So when it comes to a double op setup, do you think that that is the way into the future for Anubis specifically, or was this just kind of a one-off gamble to see exactly if the double op setup would perform on the CT side of Anubis?
Like the thing is, like in CS, generally speaking, double open is like not really meta. It's so expensive, and like if a team is good, they can actually like punish this really hard, right? But like we kind of play Anubis CD like off meta, at least like or in front of it, perhaps. I don't know. Like we do some weird stuff, and when we like play this way, like double opening works really good. Like we play like let's say if I was like holding mid solo with an op, like it'd be full bad, right? Like so we basically accommodate the op. Like we figured out that like if we go double op, like we're gonna punish like a lot of their things really hard. But just like we immediately like start thinking, okay, what do we do like to accommodate the second op? So we're like thinking really deep, and it works super well on the noobs. But like other maps, I'm like not really sure. Probably like not. But depends on the situation. Mirage we could pick it up. Nuke probably not. But we do have some things like talked about also there. Like there's Ancient could be like one, but yeah, like a bunch of maps are hard to play double up. But I feel like Anubis is pretty easy.
Okay, that's good to hear. Does Twitch chat have any questions? Just wanna to the people watching. Do you have anything to say to the people watching, Keen?
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you continue watching. The production is amazing, so I see no reason not to watch it. Like it's super entertaining when I like rewatch the streams. Compared to other advanced streams, I don't think anyone else does it this way. So like I'm super proud of like Jerome setting all of this up, like getting you guys doing it. So like continue watching, boys. I really hope we're gonna continue winning. And any energy you guys send our way, like on Twitter or Twitch chat, we always appreciate it. Especially like me when I'm watching back the games, I sometimes like peek into Twitch chat. So if somebody's like saying nice things, it's always like a blessing, right? So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you continue watching. Obviously, also thanks to our sponsors, like all of them. Like look at my Secretlab chair, amazing, loving it.
Yeah, got one as well.
Oh man, I'm the odd one of the herd, man. I've got a crappy little IKEA chair that not sponsored either way. Oh man. The last question that I actually do have for you right now, Keen, before we do send you off, is obviously now we're at the turn of the month. We're saying and waving goodbye to February, and we're going to be rolling into March. I know that you guys have got a lot of stuff going on with external competitions and tournaments outside of the ESEA Advanced Division, but specifically over the next 3 days, you've got some relatively high-profile names that you're going to be going up against. The likes of Viperia, one of the top UKCS teams, Budapest 5, and then on top of that, Coalesce. Are there any teams that you might have a little bit of fear for, that you might be doing something special to prepare for, or it's just going to be another regular day in the office for all of March?
None of them I fear. Like the one I respect the most is Viperio. It's like some of them like are my ex teammates, and I've like a super long time ago I played with them. But like we still keep in touch, and like I love those boys. So I hope we get to play them because there's like some scheduling issues because they obviously also play like a bunch of like competitions, right? So, but those are the guys like I respect the most, I'd say. But none of them I fear. Like I feel like it's a best of one. We have a pretty okay map pool, and if you just show up, like nobody's a problem, right? It might be a close game, right? But we don't really care if we win 16-14 or 16-4. Like,
Fair enough. Well,
Fair
you heard it
enough.
from the horse's mouth right here. Thank you so much, Keen, for joining us on the interview. Thank you so much for giving us the chance to pick your brain a little bit following a really, really amazing showing on Anubis for the first time in the ESEA Advanced season. You are free to go, and we wish you nothing but the best of luck in the upcoming matches. Take care, bro.
yeah, cheers, guys. Bye bye.
Some words from Keen there. And you just touched upon it. You know, we've got quite some more exciting matches coming up against some of the top of UKCS. I think most of UKCS just went to Epic Land. The Dripmen were there as well, I believe. So they may have a bit of a land fatigue, the land flu, to going through their systems. And they were not able to show up properly or not good enough today.
Has happened to me a couple of times as well. I remember the first time that I went to Epic Land, I came back with an absolute kicker of a flu following it when I went to go and cast the Counter-Strike there myself like 2 years ago. But either way, side tangents aside, let's go ahead and crown our MVP of the matchup, because obviously there were a couple of standout performers in this particular map of Anubis, but there is only one top fragger, teabagger, and number one shagger, and that is Shield, with 25 kills to his name and only 9 deaths at 2.78 KDA and averaging over 100 points of damage per round. Absolutely mental stuff.
With the AWP as well, a weapon generally you have some lower ADR with that, but Shield not in this case. Very convincing, very consistent, and definitely hit the shots when it mattered.
Yeah, there were, well, multiple rounds that also just spring up back to mind where he was consistently getting multi-kills as well with the AWP, and at the very least that does help translate out into his average KPR, because he was averaging more than 1 kill per round, and that impact was certainly felt over the course of the entire Surfer. And he was the only person to even break 20 kills, but aside from that, everyone else on the side of the Prodigies fairly evened out, with the largest gap being 3 kills between SPT and FNK. Everyone was performing together as a unit, and Shield just went a little bit above and beyond that.
Yeah, everyone with a positive KD pretty close together, 14, 15, 16, 17. Nice little progression there. And yeah, just a very convincing performance. Ivan had a couple big plays from the Dripman. He's on 15 kills, but it was not enough to bring home this map.
Unfortunately, it wasn't. Not exactly the best performance coming out from the Dripmen. And for them, well, that means that they, at the very least, they had 6 wins and 5 losses, so now they're going to be sitting on 6 losses and 6 wins, the Dripmen. And, well, if you're a fan of that particular roster, then hopefully they're going to be able to recover post-Epic, I don't even know which installment it is right now, like Epic 38, I think they've done just most recently. Epic 30 Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is Epic 38. Hopefully that flu is able to kick on over so they can get back into fighting form as well. But for the Prodigies, this is a this should be a 7th win, no, a 6th win if I'm not
they're
mistaken.
6-4 right now, I believe. We're gonna have a
Yes.
look at the upcoming matches. Here we see them play Anonymous, Comedy Club, Enterprise, and now the Dripmen. They're on a 3-win streak. And let's see if we can expand that against Los Cogutos tomorrow. Then Budapest 5 on Thursday. And the Coalesce on Friday. So we've got matches almost the entire week for you today. Or we do have matches the entire week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So be sure to tune in, follow all the social medias, follow the Twitch channel. And so you can stay up to date when we go live once again with this beautifully produced stream.
Indeed, lots of action packed in for the next week. Plenty of Counter-Strike to be going on around if you're definitely tuning into the Prodigies, and as you said, something that you definitely don't want to miss out on, and you should go ahead and definitely drop a follow on the stream and enable notifications if you haven't already, so you know exactly when the matches are going to be starting off. We can get you in on a little bit of a spoiler because tomorrow's game is going to be starting off at exactly 7 p.m. CET right on the dot, and Thursday's game is going to be at 5 p.m. CET. Or actually, I'm just being told tomorrow's game is not at 7, it is at 5 instead. 2 5s right back to back. Go ahead and follow us on Twitter at Prodigy Agency GG to stay up to date on all things surrounding CSGO and all things surrounding the Prodigies. From myself and Ruben, thank you so much for joining us on the desk for our first outing on Anubis, and we'll be back tomorrow evening at 5 for some more ESEA advanced action. Until then, take care, and we'll see you around.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure casting with you, and hopefully we'll see you back. We'll be back together in the future.
We are Prodigy Agency. We represent and support the best esports players in the world. With our family spirit, we provide everything you need during difficult moments or epic ones. We work on every aspect of your journey, planning and managing your career to find the best teams toward one goal: victory. We negotiate your contracts and transfers. We find sponsors and commercial opportunities. We help you grow your own brand, cultivate your image, and developing your merch, social media, and content. We take care of your health and performances. And everything we do it for you. Your success is our goal. Prodigy Agency, players first.